Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everybody's all right. How you doing? Robert Mack, Tommy J. Hey, James. Hey, hot girl. How are you? Good morning to you. If you guys aren't subscribed, let me put that up there. please subscribe if you would. Came from another channel, and good channel. You guys will have fun watching. Let's see. We'll wait. I got a couple of interesting deals. Probably not going to be a long. Say that every time. Long live stream, and then it goes 2-3 hours. But I can't get the solar man to get here. I get in a big fight with my wife yesterday. I waited. I told her, okay, I'll just not say anything, because he's supposed to be here a week ago. He's supposed to have the generator rack built and gates for the side of the house so the dogs could stay separated. And nah, he didn't. He hasn't shown. No call, no nothing. It's hard, when you're referring here, especially and with work and stuff. I don't know. It's different. I try to stay calm. I'm retired. I don't really, but I can't go anywhere with the trailer until I have that generator up on the front and get some tongue weight on there so that I can weigh it up, make sure it's okay, and then take a little jaunt. So it's on hold. So anyway, what did I do? I took a Forza ride to McDonald's in Buriram, which was fun. That was a nice little trip. I'm going to try to. I wanted to try to meet up with Chuck, but I just haven't had the time. Hey, Ralph, how you doing, brother? I think he's coming. I think he's on the way to. I think he's gonna. Where was he gonna go? I think Korat for one night, because he's gonna go to Bangkok. I think Mafia's sister, I think, or something. They're gonna visit anyway. A 4 or 5 day trip, and then they're gonna take off on a. If you guys didn't watch Chuck's video this morning, on a 3 week trip, I think up towards I don't know, Chiang Mai, and then all the way down south or something. So anyway, I wanted to get him that crab. I still have that crab for the dog, but maybe I'll find out if he's there. Maybe Karat's not that far. Maybe I'll go there for the night. Okay, happy Mother's Day to any mother. It doesn't have to be a Thai Mother's Day. Thailand, they do their Mother's Day on the Queen. One of the Queen, her birthday, I believe. Is it birthday? I think birthday. Anyway, that's their Mother's Day, and it happens to be today. So I got my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law and father-in-law have been fighting for a long time. There's a 55-inch TV in the living room. They don't have a TV in their bedroom. And I mainly watch the one either out here, the 65-inch here, or the 65-inch in my bedroom. So anyway, make a long story short, I bought her a, because they're fighting back. He wants to watch boxing and snooker or pool, and she wants to watch whatever she wants to watch. So I got her a 40 43-inch smart TV. We're going to put it up in the room today, and came day before yesterday. And so that's for her. And then my wife, I've been trying to, that little dog, man, Toby, losing Toby's been kind of a nightmare, but we think about her every day. My wife's got the shrine on the other side. What's up? Good morning to you. So anyway, so I've been telling her, maybe I want to get another small dog so the dog can travel with us like Toby did and that kind of stuff. Doesn't really matter what kind or whatever, but a small one. And she, well, no, too soon. And I said, well, maybe we'll get a boy dog. It's different than Toby was a girl. And so anyway, we've been going back and forth that I was sending her pictures off of the internet and stuff like that. And so yesterday, he sent me, she's been here. She's off today because of Mother's Day. And she, hey, John, I was watching your live stream right before I came on. I didn't go on because I didn't want to type for an hour saying hi to everybody. But so anyway, talked her into it yesterday. She sent me this picture of, or showed me this picture on the phone. We're both lying in bed, and it's of a little boy, long-haired Chihuahua. And my cousin Robin had one when we were little, named Poncho. So I said, okay, I already named the dog, so now I gotta buy the dog. And then she hemmed and hawed, and then she said, there's two of them, a boy and a girl. And I said, okay, well, see how much they want for the boy and blah, blah, blah. So it was like 4,500 baht, and they wanted 1,500 baht to hand deliver them. From Bangkok, they'll drive the dog here. So I said, okay, well, I already transferred you the money. So she goes, okay. Not 5 minutes later, it's really not fair that the dog's going to be all alone by himself. We should buy both the boy and the girl, like we bought the two sisters, so they have someone to play with. I said, okay. So needless to say, I'll give you an introduction to, I've named them Poncho. Where's Poncho? Poncho's here. And let's see, I only have that one video. I only have one picture of no video of Heidi, the sister. So this is Poncho, and this is Heidi. So they'll be here Wednesday afternoon. So new additions to the the family here in Thailand. Like I needed more animals, but I am glad that my mother-in-law is going to go crazy. I think if you guys watch the channel, you'll remember that she went crazy when we got the labs. So, but it lasted like 3 days, and then she was out there, picking up. Anyway, she's fine. She'll be okay. She will go nuts for a little while, but well, why not? So, hey, Craig. Hey, great. So, yeah, hello, Poncho. Poncho's pretty cool. I like the way he looked. We'll bring him up again, just for the heck of it. Yeah, little dog. I only have the video of him. That was the one, I think. What did I do? Did I show? This. It's gonna come out a little bit more, but anyway, how can you not, love little dogs? So I think I'm turning into a softie. So let's go. So, yeah, it's about beer on Wednesday at noon. They're going to drive them over. Charge 1,500 baht to hand deliver from Bangkok, which I thought was reasonable for the boy, and then they didn't charge us. That was for Poncho, and then for Heidi, didn't charge any more for the transportation. So they'll both be here. My mother-in-law, of course, right now doesn't know yet, so we'll see. But we'll I don't know. Obviously, I'll do a video when they get here, so we'll do it. I can't finish my freaking trailer video because I'm waiting on them. I've got the where they put the support strut, stabilizer jack, and where they put the double step in, and then I was going to finish it off with the generator, and then weighing the tongue weight, and then maybe taking a little trip and saying, yeah, it's ready to go. Put that video out, and then get one going to Sisaket. So we'll have to see what happens. And then what I'd like to do is, once I get past that, in another month or so, head towards Craig's pad and see. Yeah, especially with Bear. Bear's laying down over here. He's not going to be happy. He's jealous. He's jealous all the time. The only thing I'm going to do to help her out is she feeds him, pork and chicken and rice, and they eat better than most Thai people, put it that way. And but it would be a lot easier to feed them a good, high quality, hard dog food. I never fed my dogs the canned stuff. It seemed like it was always a nightmare picking up the crap. But I think I'm going to do that. That way, at least for the dogs, she can just limit it, because she does. I think she feeds them 3 times a day or something. So she's got to cook rice and cook up the pork or cook up chicken and go get this and go get that. And so she, oh, thank you. Very good. My wife brought me a Diet Coke. It'll help her out, be a little bit easier. Let's see. Ralph saying, when I was growing up on the farm, the only time I pick up dog food. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Around here, she does a good job too, man. I mean, she every morning, every night, she's out and about. So that's probably I know that's one of the bitches. Is she's got a lot to do, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cats, and then we got Bear, the two girls, the chocolate cookie and brownie. We got dinner and lunch, and we got Lucky. I forget anyone. 6, and then we'll have 8 dogs. Yeah, it's too much. But what the hell? You only live once. Who knows how long we're gonna go? That's another thing to talk about today. The reason I'm saying that, I got friends that are dropping like flies now at the 67 to 70-year-old age bracket. So the people that aren't out there, that are hitting their mid or to late 60s or early 70s, better make a move soon if you want to retire or check out Thailand, or you think, oh, I got plenty of time. Yeah, I'm not guaranteed waking up tomorrow morning. And I know Logan will be happy that I'm going to talk about death. How are you guys doing? I haven't heard from you. You watching? Well, I can't call it football, but soccer. Are you guys watching soccer? There's, and I'm imagining that Jamie's with you. Okay, so let's see. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it. I wanted to still trying to get the Shadow, the 750, that V-twin water cooled 750 cc 45 cubic inch over to this guy to get him redo all the carburation on it, change a couple more things out. I have had a tires, Dunlops, put on it. I got the running boards put on it, and I think it's a little bit on the doggy side, as far as not quite as much grabbing the throttle. It's okay. So when he does the carburation and stuff, I might have him maybe port and polish the heads and that, maybe do a little something. We'll see. I'll let you know. Had to jump out. That was a cute pup. It was Marty. Yeah, Marty Feldman eyes for sure. Been busy with work. Watch some of the Olympics. Maybe do a live stream next week. Cool. I'll watch. If you guys aren't subscribed, please do. Here too, if you guys aren't. John's a good guy. Hey, did you guys enjoy the interview that John did with me? What was it? For last Thursday? That's why I didn't do a live stream on Friday. I haven't watched it. I never do, but I had fun doing it. So if I did anything or said anything stupid, sorry about that, John. Yeah, exactly. And I got that what is it called in the crowd? The wave down. Yeah, I still haven't went over there. But you know what it is? I haven't weighed myself, so I don't have a clue. Last time I weighed myself, I was surprised I had lost like 3 or 4 kilo, and I can see it right in here a little bit, but I haven't changed anything, and it's got to be that shot, that whatever it is, I forget. Somebody will pop in. Starts with an O, I think. Anyway, for diabetes, that they found out makes you lose weight. Thursday for you, Wednesday for me. Nope, I did okay, cool. Didn't want to embarrass anybody. Yeah, I don't think so. I think some people will maybe a little bit more surprised about some of my background. I didn't get into it too much if I remember right, but I know we did talk about it. The main thing I think John wanted to do, which we probably didn't touch on as much as we probably should have, is that a lot of people thinking coming to Thailand is just run amok and monger and chase 18-year-old, 19-year-old girls around the bars or something. And like I said, does that happen here? Yeah. Whatever flicks your switch. But people also need to know that there's a nice, quiet, good retirement opportunity here. If you are older and you lose a significant other and you're 65, 70 years old, and maybe you live to 80, got 10 good years of you can have a good life with somebody that will dote over you and love you and take care of you. And that's another thing too. Not only will they do that, but they will take care of you until you take your last breath. My wife will be there when I die. And it's something to think about, because in the United States, I know it's retirement stuff or assisted living or boom, 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 you're gone. Not here in Thailand. Not here in Thailand. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Yeah, I think so too. Whenever you want to, I'm game. I'm retired. I can do pretty much what I want. But I think people need to know it's not so much like John's more on the I think on morality side, being in law enforcement his whole life, probably a little bit more so than I was. I consider myself to have pretty good moral values now, which if you would have asked me 20 years ago, I would have told you to go F off and live my life the way, I still live my life the way I want to, but it is, it's different. It's a different, as and John's younger, I think. But it's, I don't know, man, old age and good women, that care about you and want to make you better, and to a better person. And I think, like I said, I wouldn't have, if you guys knew me 30 years ago or whatever, no one would watch. No, I wouldn't do it in the first place. You wouldn't want to talk to me. If you were going down the street, you wouldn't want to say hello to me. If we were sitting in a bar, you definitely wouldn't want to say hi to me. Just not the greatest of person. Now, like I said, and I think morality is a good thing. Like I said, somebody that wants to come over here and chase women Hey, God bless you. I can't cast any stones. The crap that I've done in my life, I can't even be the last person to throw a pebble. I'm, I can't do shit. But, now even like, I'm even questioning sometimes my big, fat, thick steak that I gotta have. Did this cow really need to die? For me to, do I need that, or can I eat a handful of peanuts? Well, I could, but I sure enjoy that big. I don't think I'll ever get away from that. But it makes me question myself. Now we've raised cows and stuff like that, my wife and me, and mainly because we wanted to know what we were eating. In the States, you never know what you're getting, just injected full of steroids and antibiotics. And just from eating, you'll never be able to take an antibiotic the rest of your life because they get you so jacked up on them. But morality matters, man. And it is. And people getting down on YouTube sucks and YouTube this and YouTube that. I don't know, man. I wouldn't know anybody that's here. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Nobody. I probably would have been here. I would have been dead. Everybody's kind of come to that. I know in my realization, because I would have still been in um, either in the States or in Phuket. And if I hadn't met my wife, in at least here, I would have just died in the room in Phuket. And if I would have stayed in the States, I would have never. I'm stubborn as hell, or was, not so much anymore. Uh, I would have. I wouldn't have went to the hospital, and I'd have died on my house on the floor. That's it. So no question. And here I am. What is it? Almost 5 years later, after that incident, and am I in tip-top shape? Hell, not by any means. But do I feel like I'm going to die tomorrow? No, unless it's we never know what we're up against, right? Stepping off the curb at the wrong time, and whatever. But as far as feeling like, oh, I don't have long to live, no, I don't think that way. We'll see. Let's see. Rainy. That means you can't golf. You got to be totally bummed out. Jack, let's see. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to all. Singapore just turned 39. Wow. We're just turned 59 years old on August 9th, 2 days ago. Cool. And it's Mother's Day here in Thailand, Jack. Let's see. Hey, Joe. How you doing, brother? The new member. He's been a member forever. Am I chasing? Yeah, I'm too old. Exactly. I don't know, man. Like I said, hey, Rob. How you doing, brother? Peace and love to you. I just, I've done all that 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, not sleeping for 2 days, and the boom, boom, boom. When I was in my 20s, I don't want to do that again. Hell, I'm asleep at 8:30. I'm out, but I'm up at, I slept in today and I got up at 5. Sometimes usually I get up at 4 now if I go to bed at 8. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Morning to you. But yeah, I just hate. I've seen it a couple of times in my life. Seeing people that are, planning on retiring and just never quite getting around to it, and then by the time they do, they, a month after they're retired, they're gone. Kind of a bummer. I'd be pissed. Whatever in the afterlife, I'd be pissed at myself if I didn't get to enjoy it. I think 50 years old, if you can do it at 50 years old, is just unbelievable. That's awesome. Logan's going to do it in mid 40s, right? Which is incredible. But and it doesn't have to be Thailand. I just saying, if you're going to, thanks, Joe. If you're going to retire outside of the country, you heard me saying outside of where you live, your country, you ought to give Thailand a try. It makes it so nice. Yeah, addicted to work and chaos. Yeah, and drama, right? right? I mean, not only that, but they got to have their drama. Me, I'm trying to run from drama. I don't want those 4 o'clock in the morning, phone calls that somebody beat my daughter or some some ridiculous thing. I'm glad I don't get those. It's kind of hard for somebody to do that. Can you hop on a plane and fly 26 hours and help me out with this? No, I'm in Thailand. But thank you, Joe. But it yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I think if you can do it, I don't. I think 50 is almost out of the question now, unless you're in the service. In case you don't know, Going Grays, Logan, and Jamie. I forget to mention Jamie. Is in the service and going to be able to retire after putting in his lengthy time to get a good retirement. But I think other than that, I think hoping that you could retire by the time you collect your Social Security, you're probably going to be lucky. And I'm talking 62. I'm talking at the exact minimum that they would give. 55 is pushing it nowadays, where it used to be pretty much the norm, right? I'm guessing, because that's what my retirement age was until they jacked it to 65 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't know. But if you shoot for 50 and maybe you make 52, 55, I think 55 is probably a dreaming number, but at least something to shoot for. Excuse me. Dave, as we age, I think our morals change in all of us these days. I get sick when I see young guys at work, see a new gal at work, and the comments they make. Yeah, it. Some of the shit I said when I was when I was young, but the women that I was hanging around with, not that there was anything wrong with them, but they had they didn't bend or break or they'd laugh at the same shit. I mean, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that I said back there would probably get me thrown in jail or at least charges brought against or something, and or kicked off my job or whatever. Um, but 9 out of 10 times it was jokes, and granted, nowadays it's not anything to joke about. Some of the shit we joked about back in the day, but the women took it with a grain of salt, man. They were laughing, saying, and it come right back at you and shoot something. But now you just can't say nothing. I mean, it's the thing that got me the worst was this my cousin's kids. That through a divorce things, the kids, the mother and father both spoil them, and I seen it from both sides when my cousin got divorced. Wanting to be a better place for them to come at dad's, a better place at mom's, blah blah blah, fighting back and forth and all that crap. And the kids were like, if I don't get my way, I'll call Child Protective Services. And they tried to pull that on me. I said, here's the phone. Call them up. Have them come on down. And I tried to explain to him, because the one time that they went off on me, it was like he had his fishing pole. Right? These kids were like 10, 12 years old, something like that, right around 10. And he was getting ready to cast, and I said, stop, right? And he looked right at me and went, and there went the reel was barely hanging on. The reel went out, and the pole tip went, and the whole thing went in the water. And I said, that's why when I tell you something, next time that I tell you it's going to be a car coming and you're going to take a step and you're going to be dead. And the kid semi understood, but crying, I didn't hear you. I said, you looked straight at me, you little bastard. But they were good kids, and they turned out extremely well, even with the passing of their father. I talked to one when I went back to my mom's celebration of life, and talked to him about his brother and stuff. And good kids, but it's a different thing, when trying to get them to understand. But you just got to be real careful what you say around women. That's for sure. Hey, Maui. Yeah, HR. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. And Maui's coming. I'm guessing he's coming soon, within a month, right? I think. I'm horrible. Sorry, Maui. Hello to you. Hope you're well. One guy, the other guy that I had on Retired, Don't Give Up. Is that the one? David Clark with an E. The one that we had on this channel. I saw him on another channel. Les did a live stream yesterday, I think, and he was planning to get an ADV and stuff. And that was the guy that I was kind of talking to you about, Maui, about. I think you were in the chat then, and I said maybe we'll get together somebody else to run around with on the Forzas or the ATV, as this may be the case. I like the ATVs, ADVs. And when are you coming back? It's got to be soon too, I think. I've already missed you guys once. Kitty had said, why didn't I say something? We talked about that before. I try not to do that unless you were to call me up and say, yes, please. She's driving me crazy. She's missing me a bunch. Go buy her a hamburger. Then I would do something. But next time I go, hopefully you'll be there. We'll go out and eat. I had a good time when we went with Jake and them and all at that meetup after the next day. It was cool. Boo-hoo. How you doing, Andy? 1 month. Okay, cool. You sell the van or no? Or are you still living in it? I don't know your whole thing. I haven't watched. I still haven't caught a live stream, and I'm up in the morning. But I don't get I don't know. I got to have somebody look at my $20,000 Apple 15 iPhone and tell me why I don't get notified sometimes. Let's see. Andy's saying. But if you guys haven't subscribed to Andy's, Andy's got everything, don't you, Andy? You got a YouTube, you've got an Instagram, and you on Facebook. I see most of his stuff on Facebook, but Andy documents his trips, and especially if you're somebody wanted to check out Southeast Asia. Andy's been to most of the places. He does a good job. All right, John. I know it's late your time, I think. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I don't know. But to get back on the original one and away from the death topic, it still is. I still retire as soon as you can, even if it's 1 hour earlier than you thought you would be able to, and check out Thailand. And I think, like I said, I tell everybody 3 months. It took me 3 weeks. I said, yeah, this will work. And I had lost her, and I was bumming anyway. But I was ready to go. 2 suitcases and a backpack, and been here since 2019. So it's nice. Like I said, I want, if people were to ask me, the hardest thing would be the humidity. I think because in Southern California we could get a little bit of humidity, not much, not very often. But I've been places like Georgia, and I know Jake in Florida. If you're coming from Florida, it's got to be like going home, right? I mean, the humidity and shit is high there too. But Georgia, I remember, was high. I remember it was like 90. My glorious vacations that they wanted me to go on to go to the stepdad's farm was to pick cotton and follow a baler and lift the bales onto the back of a flatbed, you know. Shit sticking to you. 90 degrees, 85, 90% humidity. Just, you know, it was you could cut the air with a knife. So I was used to it. So if you're coming from that kind of environment, I don't think it's much to get used to. I just bought him some, so I will do it again. But yeah, you know, I that's the hardest thing. I mean, what else is there not to like? You know, sunshine 95% of the time, even during the, you know, considering the raining season. But like I said, like it rained like hell here in Surin lately, and I haven't seen Andrew. I hope he's doing all right. I got to send him something. Let's see if he's all right. A little message. But it rain at night, just pour like hell for an hour, you know, and maybe a little drizzling on and off. And like today, it hasn't rained any yet. not, it's still early, but it might, maybe, more than likely, it's not going to rain again until tonight. So, if you don't mind that, now's the time to travel. A little bit cooler, at least right now. There's other times of the year that are way better here in Nissan, and I believe it's going to be November-ish. My favorite time of year, where you ride. You're a little bit chilly in the morning with just a t-shirt on, riding. Nice, but not bad. And traveling places, not as if you're like me. I don't like 9 million people bumping into me, or what gets me is, I don't mind if someone bumps into me. I do. I don't like it, but if they say excuse me or something like that, and it's not the Thai people. The Thai people are cordial. It's the foreigners, that bump into you, and China. I hate to get down on China. It seems like the Chinese. I don't know. They don't like me for some reason, but just don't say nothing. Just look at you like it was your fault or something, And then that aggravates me and brings my blood pressure up, and I got to take a deep breath and survive. So I try not to put myself in those situations, which would be on walking streets or during high season and in areas that are going to attract a lot of people. But there you go to Koh Chang or stuff like that, and resorts are a quarter full maybe, and like I said, it was like I used to go to Hawaii all the time during their rainy time of the year, and it would do the same thing. I rented that bike. I told you guys, my wife, this one wasn't excited after 4 back surgeries, and then 10 days I think we used to go for instead of a car, a bagger. But it even out on the bike, it's 85 degrees out when it's raining. I didn't even bring a rain suit or nothing, but it was like you could pull over if it started to rain. Hour later, it stopped, and it may not rain for another 6 hours. You'd go out and travel and look at things, and we had a good time. And you spend less money. That's one of the reasons I was doing it. Everything's less cost wise, and maybe you take a little bit of of your 10-day vacation. Maybe it rains 2 days straight, so you relax. I could think of a lot of things to do, especially when I was younger, for 2 days straight in a nice hotel overlooking the ocean. So, but definitely a place to check out if you're going to retire. Just to come, I think 3 months, and like I said, when I say 3 months is when you can get a good reduction, I think, or a decent reduction in your rent, and that's going to be the most expensive thing that you're going to do. Make sure that if you, even during that period when you come, that you get traveling insurance or anything like that. Make sure you always got insurance. I'm one. It cost me $1 million baht, and it wasn't even so that it could have been more. God knows if I would have stayed longer. God knows if it would have been someplace else besides Thailand. It could have been a lot more. But it definitely something that I would suggest to check out. Cost of living is great. I know that the dollar getting weaker. Somebody who's a financial wizard, because I'm not. I'm only in any kind of metals, and that's pretty much about it. But I know I got this little app. Gold's about the same. Last time I brought over money, it was 35.9, and that was or 8 about a week ago, and it's down to 35.225. So it's kind of sitting there, and it's in the beginning of the week, so we'll see what happens over the next few days. But anything above 30 is fine, with me. I think when I first got here, I think it was 20, 28, I want to say, or something like that. A little bit below 29, maybe. But definitely a place to check out. Switch to S's. No, I haven't. And the reason that I haven't, Geller, is it cost me a baht. Like I think I've said before, from Bangkok Bank, from Chase. I could do it right now. Like I said right there, okay, I'll do it right now. It cost me a bot. It says 35.26 and 24. So 35.25. And if I go to my Chase app, I like this facial shit. It goes quick. And go to, how come, why did it do that? Huh. Oh, I have to go to an account, I think. How come I'm going crazy here? Huh. Well, that's nice. They've changed the layout on it. Wow. It used to, right across the very top, have a deal for wire transfer. And right now, I don't see it. Huh. Let's see what it says down here. Maybe they moved it to... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, maybe because they put it on the bottom? Yes. Okay. Well, maybe not. I hate when they change it. Open an account. Support. Investments. Track your finances. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Now I'm going to have to figure out what the hell's going on. Huh. Sorry. But I'm really kind of concerned because that's the way I transfer my money. And they make it so easy. I don't understand why it's... let's see. Let me try this all over again. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Thanks for hanging. Okay. Yeah, why is it not there? Weekly, monthly. Huh. I found a couple of interesting things. Anyway, when I do find it, what it'll do, what I was trying to say is it would show one bot under almost to the penny. So if it was 35.25, I'd get 34.25. I know some other people, and I had thought about doing it. The only thing that you got to be careful about, Gallagher, is using wise immigration says doesn't have correct. It's supposed to for 40K a month code. They're supposed to have a code. I don't know because I never activated my account. But what you have to be careful of, not even careful of, what you have to be mindful of, once you do that, and Social Security does that every year, you've got to fill out a piece of paper for Social Security saying I'm still alive and I took this many breaths today, so I'm considered alive. And then you have to do that once a year. If you don't, they'll just stop your delivery and just put a hold, probably 2 or 3 months before it would get going again. So just keep that in mind. What I tried the other day was ask bank for deposits from Wise, not the bank transfers. When I was doing it, now I transferred over the money because I used to be leery of money in Thailand. Now I'm leery of money in the United States. Is that sad? So I moved over the 800. I had 2 bank accounts with Bangkok Bank. First one, I know that they were talking about it on Les's deal, that they're making it harder to get it under a tourist visa. I got mine under a tourist visa when I got here. Unbelievably easy. And I knew nobody. All I did was go to the bank, and luckily the girl liked me or something, and she helped me and told me what I needed to do and go to immigration and get this piece of paper, which was basically where you live and blah, 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 and rode off by where I was staying in a hotel, in a long-term hotel deal, service apartment, they called it. And when I wanted to go a year later or something, I wanted to get a second bank account, and they told me no. And because if you don't get, in case anybody wondering, if you have a bank account, like I was in Phuket. My first bank account was in Phuket. I now live in Surin. When I used that card, if I wanted to take money out, excuse me, out of the ready teller or the deal, they would charge me 30 baht or something. I can't remember. They charge you so much money. I have my bank account here in Surin. I use it. They don't charge me anything. So I wanted to get another one. What I did, what they told me was, you need a long-term visa to get a second bank account. Got my long-term visa, got my second bank account, and I got no problem. So what I do is I keep that 800 in the Phuket bank account, and then I use the other one. I keep a couple hundred for me, and then have my deposits. The only other thing you got to remember is they won't give you at the bank. They won't give you but a 6-month statement sheet. So you got to go in a week. It takes depends 3 to 7 days to get from Bangkok. You have to order it through your bank. You have to pay 100 baht, and they'll send to the bank a 1 year's statement. And then you got to remember, when you go in that day, go in and have a transaction of $2 out of that account, and then take that with you, and the bank will fill out a statement. You got to tell them what you're doing it for your visa, and that, a couple other little things. But anyway, just so you know. I hear with the stories of banks closing accounts when they discover you are not in the U.S. anymore. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. I keep an address at my cousin's house, so I have an address in the U.S. Who are they to tell me, where I live? I don't tell my closest friends where I live. But I haven't had a problem with that yet. And I guess if it does come down to that, then I'll probably go through the hassle, which I'm sure it'll be a nightmare, to get Social Security to put it in Bangkok Bank. It's 200 baht for the letter to show. I think they charged me 100 baht for the actual 1 year deal, and then 100 baht for the verification letter of that one transaction that day. So yeah, you're right. I think it's about 200 baht. So what is that, 550 or something? So it's cheap, but it's so much easier with the 800 in the bank. Because how it transpired, in case somebody hadn't heard the story, I procrastinated, and when I wanted to get it done, needed to get it done, my close immigration that they built here, the guy to sign the visas wasn't there. So I had to travel to the one I used to go to over by the border, an hour away. And there were 3 ladies in there, 4 people. And it took me 6 hours to get out of there. And when I was getting ready to leave, the lady said, "Do you have any money?" And I'm going, "Oh God, she's going to try to get some money out of me." I said, "Well, it's all relative, but yeah, I think so." And she said, "If you have enough money, get the 800,000 into a separate bank account, because we spent the last 5 hours highlighting every deposit, because it was during the time that I was building the U-Bahn house out of pocket. So I was bringing in stuff left and right, all different times a year." I said, "Well, when you got to 8, I said, I know I brought over 2 million, 3 million. Why didn't you just stop at 800? Said, "No, they don't let us do that. We have to every transaction, that money coming in." But the way that Chase does it, they never questioned me on how it was handled or printed or stated or anything. But I heard people with Weiss having a problem, but I heard also that all you got to do on Weiss is like check a little box or one little deal, and it solves all that problem. but I don't know. I don't know 100% what it is. Maybe somebody in here does. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? You'd think you'd be able to. I know I can with Chase. I can print stuff, I think, back years if I wanted to. I don't know why. I don't know why they haven't done that. Well, the banks aren't going to make their 100, 200 baht. That's probably one reason. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Yeah, that's the best way, easiest way, Joe. If you have the dough, and it's Mother's Day here too, just to let you know. Yes, there you go. But yeah, so I haven't had any problem. I've been dealing with them over 5 years. I've made, I don't know, 500 transactions back and forth. Never once was, oh, we don't know where it is and didn't hear it, got lost. Never, never. And like I said, it's really weird because if I go in on a Monday and in the morning here in Thailand and make the transfer, okay, the wire transfer, which I've got to find out why it's not on my phone. It's really bugging me. Anyway, uh, more than likely it'll be there tomorrow, at the latest the day after. Now, if you do it on a Friday, you might not get it till Tuesday. But I never cut shit that close. I mean, I wanted to make sure it was in the month before. Not that that really matters. If you read the law, it says the 800 in the year, the 69 a month or whatever it is. You could have 1 month that you had double that and 1 month that you had zero. That's if the officer that you're in front of reads it that way. If he doesn't read it that way, you're in trouble. That's why I always tried to keep it. But it does read added up over that period of time so much money. I have an update live soon. Cool. Let me know. Put it in here when it is, and I'll do it. With direct deposit to a separate saving once a month, I am hoping to make immigration office happy. Guess with these folks. Yeah, I would think that that would be. I mean, you couldn't get any more, straightforward than the money coming from, Social Security or a retirement or whatever directly in from that division of whatever. How could they ask for anything more? But it is Thailand, so always keep that in mind. Now I can have a sip of this Coke. Yeah, December's a great time. And like I said, that's when here in Isan, November, December, maybe even a little bit before, November, December, and January, we get those 12, 11-degree mornings, which is just awesome for me. It's like, when I went with Maui last time and Bobby and Andrew, when we went to Koh Chang and then to Pattaya for Thanksgiving and then back. So Thanksgiving in November. My wife had bought me a hoodie when I got here, and it was 3 years old when I put it on that first time at 5 a.m. that morning. I met up with Maui and his gang to ride out to Koh Chang. It was nice, man. I wore it all the way from Surin. We made it in, I don't know, record time. We were not hauling ass, but we didn't stop. We just drove because we wanted to catch a ferry, and get there at a reasonable time. And I didn't take that thing off until we stopped in Koh Chang to get on the ferry. So it was cool. In fact, that it's still in my side bag on the Forza. But I want to go on a trip. That's why I was kind of hoping Maui gets back here. I know he probably answered me, but excuse me. I try to go back to where he was. If he did, less than a month. Okay, cool. See, I found it. Great guy. If you guys aren't subscribed, definitely think about doing that. Good people. Had a really, really good time. I'd come now. My son will have to put him in a boarding school. That's why you're still here. Because Joe's a good man. That's why. Yeah, it's tough, right? The things that affect our lives. I got lucky, you know. I got lucky with meeting my wife. I got lucky with coming when I did. I got very unlucky that God thought it was a good joke to strike this one down with leukemia at 60 years old. So ups and downs and sideways, but for the most part, I couldn't have orchestrated after she passed. I couldn't have orchestrated my life to go any better than it has, and that includes 2 months in the hospital and rehabilitation and crap that I had to go through. It's still all well worth the life that I have now. It's freaking awesome. So, in case somebody hasn't seen, so for Mother's Day for my mother-in-law, we got her a 43-inch smart TV. And for my wife, I've been trying to talk her into getting a small dog. Finally did that. We decided maybe we'll get a boy because, you know, Toby's still fresh in her mind and it'll be hard. So talked her into it yesterday. She showed me the picture of this long-haired Chihuahua that was cuter than shit. And I said, okay. And I transferred 5,000 to her. And I said, I already transferred you the money. Well, I don't know if not an hour later, the dog is bought and well, there's only one boy and one girl, and it'd be kind of hard to separate them, and then he's not going to have a friend to play with. So we got two dogs, and I'll show you. This is Poncho. That's Poncho, and this is Heidi. We've already named them, and that's Heidi, brother and sister. And I have one video of Poncho. I don't have a video of. They're going to be here. When are they going to be here? They're going to be here day after. Anyway, in case you guys hadn't seen them, there they are. So they'll be here. Said they're leaving tomorrow, and then they'll be here Wednesday afternoon before lunch. So, and my mother-in-law doesn't know yet. She went crazy when we got the two labs. So I should get my camera out. Maybe I'll get some actual footage of my mother-in-law beating my wife with a stick. She'll just blame it on me. Dave wanted it, so. But I'm looking forward to it because something about a little dog. I mean, I love Bear. Bear's just sitting there. He's gonna be pissed. He's definitely jealous. He's jealous of my wife when she comes home from work and she comes over to give me a hug. He jumps up and wants to get in between us and bites her arm and pulls her away. So we're gonna have to watch him. He might kill them little dogs, but he's a good boy. Yeah. So earlier I said I can't get the solar guy here, man. He dropped off the two gates 3 days ago. It's been a week and a half. He's supposed to build the generator rack so I could get the tongue weight on the trailer so that I could use the trailer and go out and have some fun, get some video of camping and shit. And no, and my wife, we got in a big fight yesterday over it. I had to leave and go eat sushi. So I went and spent 700 baht on a sushi lunch. God, it's so good there. It's the second one I've had since it put me in the hospital. I don't know if it was that. I bring my own low sodium soy sauce, and I bring my own hot sesame oil, hot chili oil, whatever. And I bring 2 little bottles in there, and I must have ate 2 kilos of the best salmon. I mean, their salmon is just freaking out of this world, fresh, you know. And then a couple of rolls and some other stuff. I should have videoed it. You guys probably would dig on seeing it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it'd be good to get out in the trailer, you know. But there she is. Now, it looks a lot different than that now. But yeah, so I'm waiting on that. Hopefully, I'm not going to push her. Um, I was pissed, man. I'm just like, I just don't get it. I mean, I try to be sabai, but he was supposed to be here. I said, I need you for 5, 6 days straight. Well, I can't do it here. It took me forever, you guys know, to get him here. I got him here. He was here for 2 hours, and he fixed the. What did he do for the 2 hours? Put the pump in. That I bought a new water pump that had making a bunch of noise, and that was about it. And then we measured up the stuff for the for the generator, and then he measured the stuff for the fence. And so he said, "Well, I'm going to do the." I said, "Do the generator first. I want to take the trailer out." And she explained that to him in Thai. And 3 days later, nothing. I said, "What the hell's going on?" Oh, he says it's not going to work the way we want it. He thinks that when the trailer turns, it's going to hit my tailgate. I said, "Okay." So he came back over. We went over it again, and it's been a week, 7, 10 days. I don't know. On him, he already bought the steel. The fences are here. He dropped them off one day when I was in the house. Must have ran and threw them and took off. The worst part about it is I know that he's got other work. And if he came to me and said, "God, I'm so sorry, but I need to work, and these people, they will give me 2 weeks straight of work," and I would say, "Okay, what am I going to do? Say no? Screw you! I'm going to hold you here." No, but they think you might, you know. So, God, just that or a call, something came up. I got 2 days of work, and I put it off till Friday. Something. They don't do nothing. No, nothing. No fu, kiss my ass. Nothing. So it drives me nuts, but such is the way in Thailand. Yeah, no shit. Get a dog. What do you want? Yeah, yeah. That's a lucky thing with me, because I know a lot of people like don't get animals and stuff because they like Joe and Gift. They don't have mother-in-law sitting there. Now Chuck does, and I noticed he kind of looks like he inherited a cat, and he's got that dog that I got the crab thing for. But it makes it nice that we can, but we don't take off that much. My wife's only got 3 weeks a year, and one of those weeks we take the family vacation like we did to Ko Chang the last few years. And then we'll take like 4-day weekends here, and here. She does get a lot of stuff off, like Mother's Day, and you know, but she'll let me know. Oh, I have on Friday. Oh, I have Monday off. Well, we could have went somewhere, but it's hard to do it. But if I pressure, she'll pull up a chart. I guess she actually have a calendar that shows all the government holidays. So it will be interesting. But I just want to get out and get the trailer out for go out on a Tuesday and come back on a Thursday, say Tuesday, Wednesday, and night, a couple of nights, get some video, try to put together a decent content, out camping, some cooking stuff. Maybe there's some fish in that lake or whatever it is, reservoir, something like that. I like the rain. People say, "Oh, it's rainy time in here." I prefer it. I like the sound on there. I sleep better. The biggest thing, you just got to make sure that if you are going to leave the awning out, it's got to be strapped down good, and all that kind of crap. But I've got all the stuff to do that now. I just got to get out and do it. I've got the things loaded with the equipment that I need, the tripods and all the mic stuff and everything. So I could do a decent video and enjoy myself, just relax and kick back. If we don't have any sun, then I'll be running the generator, which would kind of be a pain in the ass. Now, Joe and Gift just did a video about 30 minutes from where they live, an awesome campground right on the water with full hookups, electric, everything. and it was 300 baht a night. So what would that be? 300 divided by, I would say 35.2. $8.50 a night, and that includes the 300 if you have an air conditioner. It's only 200 if you don't have an air conditioner. So they're only charging like what, $3, $2.75 or whatever for electricity. It's awesome. So, and the place was empty. It has a restaurant. It has its own showers and bathrooms, and you can tent camp there. It was nice. If you guys get a chance, watch the last video they put out the other day, yesterday, I think, and it was pretty cool. I'm thinking about, and I don't know. He's getting married, and I think I'm going that way in January. So maybe what I'll do is I'll have my wife fly into. I don't know if she could fly into Hua Hin. I imagine she could, and I could drag the trailer down there, get it all set up and everything. And although we're going to stay 2 nights at that hotel where they're having it at, but maybe I get her to stay 4 or 5 days. We'll spend 2 or 3 days there. Then I'll take her back to Hua Hin and fly her back home, and maybe I'll spend a week. I don't know. I'll have to see. But it looked nice, especially during, like I said, rainy season. Probably going to be quiet, which is fine with me. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. It's been an hour. Couple of diehards, most of you here. I haven't seen Ron yet. I didn't see Andrew. I'm going to have to call Andrew. He might be under the weather. I was supposed to go golfing with him, and I hurt my, it still hurts. I laid on my shoulder or something weird. It's a bitch getting old. And both of them, actually. So I didn't go. We were going to go hit some balls and then go golfing. We've done it once so far. Had a ball. It was great. So we'll see. All right. Let's see. Yeah, they have it on the Army base here. It's kind of a cool course. A lot of water. But I still can't golf with the shit. It's been 25, almost over 25 years since I golfed, and we went out and did it, and it was fun. I had a good time. I actually did better than I thought I was going to do. But yeah, we had fun. And then Bobby lives here too in Surin. He's in the States now, trying to sell everything he's got. And when he gets back here in a month or so, a couple of months, then we'll probably, the 3 of us will go, and probably at least once a week, unless my body gives up. Good exercise, even though I took a cart, because I had to walk from the cart and up on the green, and everything was perfect for not doing anything for a long time to start out. And then I could slowly but surely walk it. Would be awesome. If I could get to that, that would be great. So it'd be great exercise, and maybe do it twice a week or something. And it's about, I think it's about 1,000 baht with a cart and a caddy for 18 holes. Hey, brother, hope you're well. Yep, happy Mother's Day. Mother's Day, Mother's Day. And I'm probably going to have to take him out to dinner tonight. So I got the dogs, and I'll show those again. 2 new additions to the family. This is Poncho, and they're long-haired Chihuahuas. And this is his sister, Heidi. And they'll be here Wednesday at noon. The people are actually delivering them. It costs 1,500 baht to have them delivered directly to the door, and by them, I guess. And they were, in case anybody was wondering, they were cost me about 10,000 baht. It was they were about 4.45 each. Anyway, yeah, it was 4.45, and then he gave us a break when she decided that she wanted to, because she said it's not going to be fair that Poncho isn't going to have a playmate. So they gave me that. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people from that Wombat I know go out, I know Jim's went with him a bunch of times. Let's saying hi to Robbie. Woke up at 3 a.m. with a leg cramp. Then sneeze. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? So did you see the dogs, Mitch? See the little dogs. So they'll be here. Hopefully I'll get the trailer done. I don't know. Like I said, man, I got in a pretty big fight. Probably one of the biggest fights I've gotten with my wife in 5 years. And I didn't talk to her for a whole 2 hours while I was eating and stuffing my face full of sushi. And got back, tried to explain to her, man. She thinks I'm blaming her. I said, I have no one to vent on. You're the closest thing that I have to anybody to vent on. And I just don't understand, man. I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it. Or at least if I didn't, I fell off my bike and broke my hip and I'm in traction and I can't make it. I would at least send a text. Not even if I didn't want to talk to the person, I'd send a text, but they don't do it. They don't do it here. So anyway, so the two dogs will be here on Wednesday. God, it would be nice if the trailer was done by Wednesday. And then if that's the case, I'll probably hang out till the following Monday or something and either take off Monday or Tuesday and come back Thursday or Friday and go to Sisaket and do for 3 days, 2 days, and try to get some actual content. And like I said I've got half of the trailer deal, the stabilizer jack replacement and going to the double step because the thing is now, yay high. And it worked out perfect. And now all I'm waiting on is to finish the video with the mounting of the generator. And now I'm thinking about it. I shouldn't even have mounted it. I should have just mounted a box there, fit that, 2 gas cans inside. And I might still do that, depending on how he built it. I might just have him get me a box and mount the box on top of that. And then it's up kind of high, but I don't know. They didn't leave me much room on the front of that. In fact, if you look at the trailer, let's see. I know I had that. This one. If you look at that front, there's that brake. First off, there's the air conditioning condenser, and if you look at the front, there's that brake lever there. And I was going to have him build it across there, but the guy seemed to think that whatever he was going to build would, if I jackknife the trailer, I don't know. So he's going to build it to where it's actually the bottom of it is going to be at the top of the condenser, right over the condenser. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see the way he built it. But the things aren't weatherproof, so I have to figure out something. I'm just looking at these old ones. That was that camping in Kauai. That was fun. We had a good time there too. I got all these stuck in here. I don't know. When I got one video of Pond. Anyway, that's pretty much it, I think. Unless anybody's got any kind of questions about anything, new subscribers. We've got quite a few new subscribers. Glad she brought me that. Let's see. I'll take you to Chiang Mai. Yeah. Hey, there. Were your ears burning? I'm going. I sent Andrew a message. I hope he's okay. I was just saying my shoulder's still a little bit, but it's getting better. And did you see that, Mitch? I always get it confused on where Mitch is. He's at one of them places. That's 111 strokes per hole. Yeah, and it was actually fun though, man. I mean, I think I lost maybe 2 balls and didn't hit it very hard because I don't bring my wrist. I hold them straight and hit it straight, but only like with a driver 160, 70 yards down the middle. And then I'll hit a 3-wood, same thing, 150 yards. So, but it was fun. I had a good time. I had a great time. But me and Andrew, we had fun. But the gals saved us money because originally we were each going to take a cart, and then after they got to meet us and put the stuff on, the gal went up there. And what did she come back with? 300 baht, Andrew, something like that. And then we just had we rode in the cart and they hung on the back, so we just had one. So, which was kind of cool, I guess. It didn't really matter to us. We were driving and not walking anyway. Or for me, Andrew's more on the fit side than I am. It really burns when pee. No, you're fine. You're fine. Just take a lot of pain medication, and even if you see a little blood, it's pretty normal as you get older and fatter. 200 baht, yeah. It was. I had a great time. I know Andrew did too. We had fun. The only thing that would have made it better was I think the next time we go, we're gonna go maybe and hit a couple of balls before, not a bunch, and then take off out about 45 minutes later than we did, and then we could have went to our hamburger joint and had lunch, and it would have been a perfect day for sure. Rye, that's right. That's the one I keep getting, Mai and Rye. But we had a good time. It was fun. I'm looking forward to doing it again. I guess we could do it this week. You got time this week? My wife's bugging me. When are you going to go? Go. Either she wants me to go out and die of a stroke, or she wants me to go and enjoy myself. Could be either way. Don't know. Dust comes out. I had that a while. Clean coffee thermos. It was good after that. Oh, cool. Yeah, let's see, what do I got now? Wednesday the dogs are coming. Maybe tomorrow. What do you think? Hey Baldy, how you doing? Hello to you. If you guys aren't subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe to Baldy's channel. Did you have the baby or not have a baby yet? Because I know it was getting close. He has a beautiful, I'm going to say wife, I don't know, significant other, and that he has one beautiful child with, and one on the way, I think. It might be. Yeah, I think it would be good. Well, I don't know what you would. You need to move to Surin, Mitch. About the same as Chiang Mai, right? Or you said it's about the same as out in Ubon, and even maybe less populated where Dow's village is. But when Bobby gets here, it's gonna be a blast. Be fun. Hopefully, we'll do it at least once a week. Go out for a good lunch, and maybe I can get up to where I actually walk the day and play at least 18 holes. I was done that first shot at 9 holes. The last hole, I was like, okay, we need to get this done. But I need to pace myself and relax a little bit. There wasn't a bunch of people out there either. We had a great time. It was fun. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow if you want to. And tomorrow works. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and set it. Even if my shoulder, it like cracks and shit. It's weird. But I don't, without breaking my wrists and hitting the ground hard, I don't think I can injure myself. Okay, 9 o'clock, we'll meet there. I don't even think I can hit 10, 15 balls. So I don't want to I'll split a one with you. I can't hit a whole bucket or whatever the hell they give you. No way. And then we'll go out and maybe we'll talk to that. I want to talk to that instructor there and see go getting some lessons. Yeah, it was perfect exercise for me not doing crap. It was a lot for me. It was perfect actually. Like I said, the last hole I was like, okay, I'm ready for this to be over. And in the beginning, before Andrew got there, I got there first. I was going to do. I told them, yeah, we'll probably 18. 18. I'm used to thinking back 30 years ago when I can actually move around. But 9 was perfect. Once we do this a couple of times, I'm sure 18 will work out. It'll be fun. Following the caddies will yeah, exactly. They're cute. Very one that I had was older, and one was younger. I think, where were they from? Cambodia or Laos? Uh, Andrew, was it Lao? I think it was Lao. Anyway, very nice. One spoke a little bit of English, one spoke none, but they, helped us, except they didn't need to help me that much because it was either a driver or a 3-wood 90% of the time. I just can't hit the ball. But I couldn't get under anything pitching around the green. So that's what if I went with Andrew, I know I'm not going to I might hit a couple of drivers and try to bring my wrists instead of holding them stiff and get some club head speed. Otherwise, I'm going to hit a pitching wedge. And I think Andrew said I think you said you bought a little like putting chipping club or something. So that might be something I might try of Andrew's. But yeah, it'll be fun. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., I'll be there. Yeah, I don't know. When I'm not a fat bastard, Joe. I know me, man. And if I don't lose 20 kilo, at least 20 kilo, I won't have it done because I know me. I'll have it done and I'll never I'll never rehabilitate. So I'll be in like a freaking wheelchair because I'll never do what I'm supposed to do. I know it. And let's see, I have my golfing socks on. There's a hole in one. I bought some shoes, Andrew. So we'll have to see how that works. I might have to have my wife help me put them on before I leave. But they're like they're a golf shoe, but it's not any kind of removable, and it's just got the bottom has just got little rubber spike type deals, not long, real short, and so I'll wear those. But did you answer me? Did you have the baby, or did I miss it, Baldy? Let's see. Due about the middle of next month. Okay, cool. We'll be looking forward to you coming over and telling. I'm sure I'll see it on Facebook. You'll have pictures and stuff all over there. Karen on the smudge said she got bee sting on the golf course between the first and second. Too wide. Yeah, it was. They're very they were very nice. We had a great time. Like I said, they never rushed us that much. A little bit, I think that they have a 3-hour deal is all you can go on. After we gave them a tip, I think we overtipped them a little bit. I think we gave them 300 baht for 9 holes, and what I saw Chuck, I think he gave them 400 baht for 18. So I think 200 probably would have been still a good tip. So once we gave them that, they were like ecstatic. So I'm sure they're in a queue, and that's what Chuck said again this morning. They're in a queue, so he can't really I want him or I want her or whatever. You don't have that ability. So we'll see. Fill up the wagon. That's where I'm in April. I've been drinking every single day. I drink bubble tea and then ice cream. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, it's a bitch. And we were talking about that, I think, during that interview that John did with me on losing a significant other versus losing your parent. And was I devastated and still mourning my mother? Sure. But I was curious before. I said, I'm wondering, I never really had my uncle I was close with, but never my mom. My mom would be the closest. And, when you think about it, I love my mom dearly. I didn't see her that much. I was kind of a loner, man. When I got out, give me that set of high handlebars and a bunch of horsepower and 25 cents worth of gas, and I'm off and running. But when you look at it, I left at 16 and a half, 17 years old. So my brother was 10 years younger, so he was 6 years old. My mom, you know, I'd been with for 16 years, basically, 10 of which I remember, and versus 30 years every day, 24/7. It was more devastating. You know, I don't want to short or anybody that loses a parent or anything, but um, your significant other, especially if you're in love with them, if you're on the border of getting divorced and they happen to go away, it's like, oh, you know, but that didn't happen to me. I didn't find out how much I really loved her until she was gone. And, but we talked about that, I think, on Poe's deal. And it was still devastating, no doubt. And then Mitch, what did almost back to back, right? With mom and dad. So that sucks. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, we're not guaranteed shit. So I don't I don't dwell on anything anymore. You know, even getting in a fight with the old lady, that was a long time for me to get pissed and not talk to her for 2 hours. And it probably would have been less than that if I would have stayed at home. But because I took off and went and ate sushi, it was 2 hours. And I told her that. I said, I can mumble shit under my breath and, you know, say I'm leaving this bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. I said, I never will, man. I'll never leave you. You want me, you're gonna have to ask me to leave. And then I'll leave. But you're gonna have to be the one to ask me. And like I said, I honestly said, the kids have been through enough. They're good kids. They're my children. So if you were to pass before me, I'm not going anywhere. What am I going to do? Take off? And like I said before, because if I did get the urge now as an old bastard, and boy, I'd sure like to rumble it up, you know, a couple of times a month, I'll go to Pattaya, you know, and spend that, but I'll still be living here in this house and be, you know, a good, you know, someone to look up to for the kids, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we don't know what we got, man. So you can't dwell on shit. I was devastated when my younger brother died, but when my parents died, and yeah, and I think so too. That has a little bit to do with it. My mom was no spring chicken, 90 years old. She was completely 100% mobile. You know, driving her own car, 5 a.m. up, 6 o'clock church, 7 days a week, up until like 88 years old. So it does make a difference. And even I was talking to my wife, even about this one dying at 60. I'm going because I had another friend or one a person I grew up with passed at 70 recently within the last week. And I said, you know, people are dropping left and right. And I said, she was just a little young. And then I go, you know, but thinking about it, man, there's kids that I see that are dying at, you know, 10 years old, 6 years old from cancer, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, versus 60, you know, everything's relative, right? So, you know, but it is when you at least look and go, you know, my mom had a good long life. She's plus in my instance, it was even easier in both because they were both religious. My wife said, you know, if I asked her, she in any pain? Nope. Are you scared? Nope. I know exactly where I'm going. And my mom was the same way. They were going to rap with God and have parties with friends and whatever they believed. It put them at ease, and they were happy to go. They were done. It's time. He wants me. I'm going. You know, so it made it easier on me, especially, or the people that were around her, to know that she was happy, had a good life, and she was happy to know where she was going. So, hey, Jake, what's up? Hope you're well. Better late than never. You're never late. But yeah, I don't know. It was different. But I think now that you mentioned it, that probably had something. I know it had something to do with it. Not probably, uh, because the age and quality of life too. I know that your mom was not in the best of health. You know, that's with me. I'll live as long as the quality of life is okay. When it's done, I'm done. Uh, I don't want to be, you know, oh, you can live 6 months and you'll actually be okay. But you can live 9 months and puke your guts out every day and not be able to eat anything, and everything that you do eat tastes like cardboard and blah blah blah, and you're going to die anyway, but you'll be miserable for the whole time. No, I ain't doing that. No way, it ain't happening. You guys will be stuck with me on YouTube here. Thanks, Rob. To go with me to Thailand. Cool. Okay. Heather, you gonna go? It's awesome place, man. No doubt. I love it here. Hence the name, Got to Love Thailand. But yeah, big shout out to you. Come visit, both of you. But yeah, I think that's it. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Didn't I just say it's been an hour? I think I'm going to end this live stream. I got a good shout out from Capio the other day. So he watches occasionally, I think, for like 10 seconds, so he'll never see it. But good guy. I like Capio. But yeah, he was talking about the Jonder and the bad idiots in it. And I guess I was one of the decent guys, except I'm like this big on a channel. Here's what my dad had his driver's license taken away due to age. I get this call from the county sheriffs. Are you related to Mr. X? Yes, my dad. Well, I'm down here at the Chevron station. Yeah, and he's yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It was different. It was different. Not going to say. Do I think it was worse for me? When you, like I said, when you spend 30 years 24/7 with somebody versus spending somebody, and even though it's your mother, one that gave you life, 10 years, 50% of the time. I was in school, I was here, I was there. And I was at work with the other one too. But seeing every day, it was still, like I said, devastating. I didn't really think. I didn't think it was going to bother me as much as it did. I was actually feeling bad about myself, going, God, you're not much of a son. But when it actually hit me in the face, man, I said, man, Ma, I'm gonna miss you. All the good food, the good Italian food. It was. I miss it. I got all the recipes and stuff in my head, so when I want to think about her, I cook up something. All right, let's see. It was full service. Just took a fuel pump out. All right. These days, the only full service are really. Yeah, that's one thing about Thailand here is you don't. I've been here 6 years. I don't think the closest I've come to doing my own gas is buying a liter bottle when I thought I was going to run out from the whatever was the closest little place I was at, wherever I was at. In case you don't know, they'll take whiskey bottles and wine bottles and they fill them up with a liter full of gas, and they'll sell it on the side of the road, and you go over there and pour your liter in and pay them for it. That's the closest I've come to. You go into a gas station, they always do it, and I always, especially when they do the truck and then they clean the windshield and stuff like that, I give them 20 baht, and it's like, oh my God, you've given them $1 million. But there's Craig. Hey, Alex, what's up, brother? Hope you're well. I'm just getting ready to go. But we were, somebody was asking me, what did somebody put in? God, I'm not going to remember now. Stuck's getting old. You're still a youngster. When it gets old, and it scares the shit out of me. Like I said, this Alzheimer's and this forgetting stuff, and I'm forgetting stuff. I'll show everybody. Alex will like this. So for Mother's Day, I got my mother-in-law a 43-inch smart TV because my mother-in-law and father-in-law were fighting over the TV in the living room. And I tried to get my wife. We lost our little Toby little girl, the little dog. So I've been trying to get my wife into getting another. No, it's too soon. It's too soon. So yesterday she showed me, because I was sending her pictures and shit, and she sent me these pictures of a long-haired Chihuahua. And so yesterday I said, okay, I'm going to buy you this dog for Mother's Day. She didn't know if she wanted to. I said, I already sent you the money. So then 10 minutes later, she's yapping on the phone and talking to these people out of Bangkok. She goes, well, there's only one boy and one girl. It would be a shame to break them up, and he's not going to have anybody to play with his size. So I said, okay. So I bought them both, and here they are. I've already named them. This is, let's see, where are you? Where are you? Wrong way. This is Poncho, and they're ready to go. They'll be here. They're driving them to us for 1,500 baht out of Bangkok. Tomorrow they're leaving Wednesday, but before noon. And this is Heidi. Heidi's the little girl, obviously, and Poncho is a little boy. And I do have one video on Poncho that they sent. Where is it? This one. So we've new additions to the family. Trying to get back. There we go. So new dogs, new additions, fun stuff. My wife's happy. Poncho and Lefty, yeah, exactly. Well, Poncho I did because my cousin Robin, the one that if you heard me talking about hers, the one that was born, she's 6 years older than me, born on the same day on December 22nd. So I was like her baby. She had a little Chihuahua named Poncho when we were kids, short hair, and so that's why I said, my wife said, you name him. I was all right. Poncho it is. So, and then Heidi is just a name that I had of a big black lab that I had, and she was a good girl too. So, but yeah, Poncho and Lefty, they would have never got that though. He's right here. Let's show Jake. Jake likes to see him. Oh, Bear, come here. There he is. He's over in front of him. There he is. Good boy. Want to shake? Shake. Good boy. He's a smart dog. Yeah, there he is. I read the more dogs you have, you can remember their names. So slow. Well, it should slow way down for me then. But what did I say we have now with them? 8 dogs. 8 dogs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats. And my mother-in-law's not going to be happy. I'll make sure I get it on tape. Yeah, he's a good boy, man. He's not going to dig. He's not going to dig these dogs. I'll tell you. Like I was telling before, my wife comes home from work. First thing, she comes in to see me. She wants to give me a hug, and boy, he just jumps right in, grabs her arm, pulls her out of the way, gets in between us. It's funnier than shit to watch. And a partridge in a pear tree. You bet. All right, everybody. Let's see. Let me pull this up. In case you guys didn't know, which no one hardly knows because I never say it, is Richard of Richard Travels did both my intro and my outro for my live streams. And I want to thank you, Richard, and Richard's mom, if she happens to be watching. I know they do occasionally. I think I asked Tommy and Mitch. I don't know if they have. Send me a message off the air if you've heard anything on how he's doing. I would appreciate it. So I will go to my outro here. So I'm clicked on it. I'll look up into this camera and say, everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. And I will catch you on the next one.